DREam data tables can be accessed via the second button on the left hand menu or via the main dashboard in the EPC data view. The data table itself, you can see at the top here there's a number of checkboxes. When these are all ticked, you'll see everything in the table, and if we untick some of these, you'll see that they will disappear from the table, just to clean up the information that you're interested in. You'll see there's some buttons at the top here. So there's export, view groups, create group and add to group. And you'll see that 3 of these are ghosted out, you can't click them. Only the view groups one is live at the moment. I'll explain why that is in a second. If we have a look at the main table, you'll see that the top row, which has the headings, you can click any of these and it will sort the cell Z to A to Z, 1 to 9, 9 to 1, depending on the content. You'll also see that each field has an input region where you can actually filter. So if we only wanted to see sample street 4, we can pop in 4 and it will show me only those properties. There are different versions of the filter. If we look at the EPC rating, we can see we can add a minimum and a maximum. So minimum will say is 22, maximum 68, and it will only show me the properties that fall within that bracket. We can also filter from drop downs. So we can see things that if I picked E-rated properties, Fs and Gs, you can see that they've been put in the filter criteria. If I want to remove one of those, I can click it and it will remove the Gs. And if I want to get rid of all the filters in a group here, I can just click that X and it will reset it. There are other variations on this. So you'll see things like lodgement date, where you can type in a date, a start and end date, or you can click the calendar at the end and pick a start and end date for the calendar. And this will filter the dates that the EPCs were lodged. And that's the official EPCs. So as we look at this page, we can see we're seeing 10 properties at a time. I'll just remove this filter here so we can see them all. So it's 10 to a page, and as I scroll down, it tells me it's showing 10 of 2,401 properties. It shows me the page number that I'm on, and I can advance page number simply by clicking the button here. So 3, 4. If I want to jump to the end, I can click this end button. It'll take me to page 241. If I want to go to the first page, I just click that button there. We can also jump about pages by typing in the page number direct. So if I want to go to page 10, I can. You'll see here in the bottom right we have another drop down that tells me how many properties it's going to show per page. So if I wanted to show 100 per page, we can show that fairly quickly. We can go up to 1,000 per page. Now the more properties you show per page, the longer it takes to load. So you'll see this will take a couple of seconds to actually preview all the properties, and we need to scroll all the way to the bottom to get to these numbers now. But now we only have 3 pages of data to look at. I'll just flick this back to 10 just now. So you'll see on the very first column we have checkboxes. None of them are ticked at the moment. If I tick one of the checkboxes, you'll see these buttons now become live. So if I click export data here, it will export the data for just this one property. If I click create group, I can create a group for that one property. If I add to group, I can add it to an existing group that's already in our list. We can also select multiple properties. So we can choose as many as we want here, export them, create group, add to group, same as before. Or if we want to select everything, we can select this top toggle button, and you'll see that every property is then highlighted. And if we create a group from here, you'll see it's adding the 10 properties that it can see. If you wanted to add more from this group, you would have to select the 250. select the list, and when we create the group it's putting in the full 250.